Hey, it's Vince Del Monte, online fitness business coach, dedicated to online fitness experts who want to scale to 6 or 7 figures. And today we have, as you can see, a super special guest. I'm in fact a guest in his home here, Lok headquarters here in Vancouver, British Columbia. And over the next few episodes here, we're gonna help you guys get very clear and confident about how to grow your income. And today we're going to talk about three of the best ways to invest into yourself. And I know Dan's got a lot to share, and you guys have a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of ideas. And ideas are not a great thing, my friend. All right, there's a lot of ideas that will result in you chasing butterflies, and we want to help you get clear on what ideas are the right ones for you to have more impact, more income, more independence. And of all the opportunities out there, Dan, what would you say, hey, before actually we jump into the content, why don't you quickly introduce yourself for anybody who doesn't know who you are, and what do you do best?
I think first of all, I totally agree with what you just said about, because all my problems in life started out as an idea, right? We thought it's a good idea. Hey, we could do that. I could start that business. I could market that product, and then it turned out to be a mess, right? So I could totally agree with that. Really, what we do with myself, I'm the CEO of a group of companies. On the consumer side, we help people to generate more income by giving them skill sets that are not taught in school. That's my education business. On the company, the entrepreneur B2B side, so your B2C, B2B side, we help companies to generate more revenue through our marketing and through our closers. Right? As you know, I have closers. I train a lot of closers from all around the world. And we probably now run one of the largest virtual closer organization in the world. We're on this side. So those are the two main things that I do. People see my work on social media, on YouTube and things like that. And they don't see, bits and pieces of what we do, but that's mainly what I do.
That's amazing. So what we want to help you with here today is, what do you need to invest in? Whether you're 20, 25, maybe your business is up and running, maybe it's slow and stuck, maybe it hasn't even started yet. So hey, wherever our watchers, our viewers are at on their journey, let's kick it off. 3 things. What's the first one?
I think first, doesn't matter if you're in the beginning of your career or you've got an established business, you want to take it to the next level. I believe number one, the first thing you should always invest in is in your own education. And I don't mean like going to school, getting a degree. I mean investing in self-education. And Vince, I know you're very big on that. You are constantly reading books, you're going to workshops, attending events, right? Learning from other people who's been there and done that, who has kind of walked the path before you, right? So investing in yourself. And almost all the entrepreneurs that I meet, almost no one invests in themselves enough, right? They think, well, I read a book every 2-3 months.
It's like a one-time event.
Yeah, like, I go to this event and that is it, right? So versus you're constantly investing in yourself. And I think the trick when it comes to investing in yourself is sometimes you have the people not investing enough, and then sometimes you have people who have the shiny object syndrome. They're going to this training, they're going to that training. I think I need this training, I need that training. What do I need, right?
Yeah, well, there's a dopamine hit. It's like a feel-good factor when you buy something that is designed to improve yourself, but there's obviously an execution that needs to happen. There needs to be, not just a good idea that strikes you, but the follow-through fairy that actually produces an outcome. So the first thing is self-education. What's the second thing?
I think the second thing is investing in either mentorship or some kind of a mastermind group, right? I belong to multiple mastermind groups. I'm a member of the YPO Young President Organization, right? Which is basically a massive mastermind, global mastermind. And I belong to other masterminds as well. That's where you hang around with people who are smarter than you, right? There's a saying, if you walk into a room, if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. So you should be the least successful guy in a room. Now I learned about this, it's interesting, when I was in my early 20s, I was making okay money, and I was working under my mentor, right, Alan. And he used to have a little mastermind group. And every single person in the mastermind group, they're all like 7-figure entrepreneur and more. And I was like a little young guy. I'm totally not qualified to be there, right? Totally not qualified. They have more experience, they're a bit older. But Alan kind of brought me along and kind of have a seat. And at first I felt very out of place. I felt like I shouldn't be here. Right?
Yeah.
I don't belong here.
Imposter syndrome.
Right? Yeah. It's like I had that feeling, and after so many meetings, I realized something clicked for me. It was like, okay, they are not necessarily 10 times smarter than me. They don't necessarily work 10 times harder than me. They know a few things, obviously, they've got experience.
Yep.
But I'm like, they are just like me. When that kind of clicks in, then I got more comfortable with the idea. So you should be belonging to some kind of group where they pull you up, not put you down. Because chances are, if you are in an environment where your family, your friends, the people you hang out with, I mean, they are not ambitious, or they don't have a lot of ambitions in life. You shouldn't be hanging around with them too much and spending a lot of time, right?
You always want to be the dumbest guy in the room. You know, and I think there's something to be said about recognizing not being smart. I think the reason I beat guys who are actually smarter than me is because I know I'm not smart.
Yes.
So I get into these rooms and I'm forced to play up a level. I'm forced to think differently, and I'm forced to act differently. And a little thing that I love to teach is that if you want to make leaps in your business, then hang out with people multiple steps in front of you. If you just want tweaks, then hang out with people maybe 1 or 2 steps in front of you. And buy a course, join a Facebook group.
You learn some tactics, right?
Yeah, you get some tactics, but it's really how to think and act differently.
And you would not get that, to me, without that human interaction. And
to add what you were just saying about when you kind of like get to know the people in the room, you quickly do discover there's nothing inherently special. And when you break bread together and go to the gym together, you start to meet their quirky parts, and you're like, and this guy's crushing it. How? And then you're like forced to face your limiting beliefs.
Yes. And you also see that maybe they are very good, let's say in the fitness business, right? But there are other areas of their lives that they are still working on, they're improving. Right? No one is perfect in all areas of their lives, right?
We could have that conversation in another video, but I think that's a huge myth. The most successful people are not well-rounded whatsoever.
Usually most of them are not, because if they're very successful in one thing, it means they're extremely focused. Chances are they neglect other things in their lives.
I actually just read a lot of interesting things about hiring people. Sometimes you'll find someone with great extreme talent in one direction, but like almost dysfunction in the other direction. Don't let that scare you away. And when you realize that these guys getting ahead are doubling down on their strengths, then it's like, oh, okay, don't worry about my weaknesses. Over a lifetime, you can only improve them marginally. I love that.
So invest in some kind of mastermind. And sometimes some of these masterminds, you might think, oh, that's a lot of money. And I would wait. When I make more money, then I would join.
It doesn't work like that.
No, it's chicken and egg. It's when you join, then you hang around with different people, you form relationships, you learn from them. That's when you grow. You don't it's like people say, hey, you know what? I'll go to the gym when I'm fit.
It's true.
Right? I'll go to the gym when I look good. No, you go to the gym, then you look good, right?
I would love to talk about that in another video as well, like why people don't make, how do they make that calculation that when I make the money, well, how you're gonna do it? Wouldn't you have it by now?
And so that would be the second thing you would invest in. Some kind of a mastermind group that you hang around with smart people. Now the third thing that I believe that every one of us should invest in, it doesn't matter if you have your own business or you are like an independent kind of contractor person, is to invest in your own brand. I think that's very huge. I call that brand equity.
Are you talking about attention, just getting people
I'm not even talking
discover
about,
you?
If more accurately, it's more goodwill in the marketplace. So let me give you an example. So a lot of people, they talk about social media and let's say direct response, right? You teach direct response, like how to do marketing. And direct response to me, it is a withdrawal. Imagine you've got this bank, okay? And a lot of direct response guys, entrepreneurs, say, okay, I'm gonna run ads, I'm gonna do all this stuff, I want to withdraw, I wanna make a sale right now, right?
You're striking people.
I wanna make a sale, I wanna make a sale. And they could make a sale, but they always find, how come my business is not growing as fast? But it's like you go to the bank, you haven't deposited any money, you go to the bank and say, hey, I want to withdraw some money. But that's called robbery here, okay? Or it's called overdraft, right? That's not gonna work. Instead of every to me, every single piece of content you put out, example like a video like this, every podcast you do, every article that you write, that to me is a deposit to the marketplace.
I love it. So you're putting money in their bank account, if you will.
So you want, naturally, you want to have a lot more equity, a lot of more cash in the bank than withdraw. So the ratio, if you're doing too much withdraw, too much sell, then when you try to withdraw, no one wants to buy. But when you have so much brand equity out there in the marketplace, now I used not to believe in brand equity. I was all like a strict, direct response, sales guy. That's
Build
what I
the
believe.
Funnel, just find
That's
new
true, all
traffic.
that, right?
I get it.
That model to me it's getting out of date because people want to see who you are. People want to know what you're about.
I'm so happy you're saying all this, by the way.
Yeah, it's
and people buy because it's Dan Lok's product.
Yeah, it's not because I've got this program.
You got the headline, and you split tested the price, and you got the right problem solution, and you've got a name.
When you've got so much reach, like in this case, I don't mind to share if you want to know.
Sure.
So in terms of not pay, organic in the last 30 days, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So to me, one view, that's one reach. One view on Instagram, that's one reach. Okay, not impressions, reach. We in last 30 days we have about close to 70 million reach.
Between all three platforms?
Yep.
70 million reach. Right. So they're seeing your stuff. Is that just to make sure? Okay,
right.
Cool.
So one view on Instagram post, one view on Facebook. That's one reach.
That's outstanding.
Okay. So you think that you take that in a year's time. That's a lot of
70
people.
times. Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Do the math. Put that in the comments below, guys. Who's doing the math?
And with the rate that we're growing, we're aiming by the end of the year over 100 million. So that's if it's selling next year, that's 1.2 billion reach. I'm not just talking about attention. Like you can get attention and not be able to convert that into money, right? So that's a lot of brand equity. So when you have this awareness and goodwill in the marketplace, I've got over 1,000 videos on my YouTube channel. I've got hundreds of podcasts. You do that first. Now, I'm not just talking about stupid content marketing. It's a very strategic content marketing. You build this goodwill, then when you want to do a withdrawal, you have an unlimited amount of withdrawal, right?
So I love it. We could go on and on here, but I would love to arm these guys with a very specific skill. In fact, it was the first skill that I developed, which really created belief that I could make a name for myself and do something with my life, and that was learning how to convert curiosity into commitment in the gym setting and having people sign up for training.
Empowering people to make their decisions.
And helping people make the right decisions to have their right life. And Dan's got an outstanding training. It's one I've gone through myself. It's one that I've introduced to all of my 7-figure mastermind members and all my followers. And last year, it got the most response, the most positive feedback. It had the most impact on everyone who checked out this free training. There's a link below, and I encourage you guys just to check it out, all right? And watch the whole thing, all right? And give yourself a chance, an opportunity to see what's possible. All right, expand your mind. So check that out right now, and it's absolutely outstanding, and it'll help you develop the #1 skill that every entrepreneur needs if you want to build a successful and profitable online business, whether it's with yourself or with somebody else. This training is for you. Hey, Dan, thank you so much for your time. We're going to put together a few more videos for you guys. So I'd love to know what was most helpful for you from this video. Let me know in the comment section below. What did you take away? What was most valuable for you? Let me know right now below. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
I was just ready for a change in my life.
I was depressed, full of anxiety, on medication.
I came across this course purely by coincidence, but was it coincidence? I don't know.
Price changes depending on the size of the company I sell to it, so it could be from 1K to 100K.
And those people are going to help you hone your skills so that you get better and better and better at it. And that's the way to do it.
Get back on the phone and actually talk to people, have that conversation.
Essentially what HTC did for me was, it saved my life.